Uh, a great insight, which I came here to the dialogue thinking that we were going to be talking more about potentially a national strategy, because that's something I've been involved with for many years. Last year, when it was announced last fall that the federal government was going to move towards potentially a national strategy, we thought that's what it was going to be. There was incredible excitement. In this forum, I discovered that that's not likely to be the outcome, that the federal government will probably create, they have a bill C-300, which will create the recognition, I think, of the need for more organized efforts towards suicide prevention in Canada, but not an actual, it does not look like it'll lead to a funded strategy. Canada is one of the very few countries in the world, organized countries, that does not have a national suicide prevention strategy, just as we did not have a national mental health strategy. And so, you know, we recognize too that in the terms of the research that's been done, that suicide rates have decreased as a result of the work of those strategies. So I guess the outcome would be that I've understood what limitations there are going to be, and then what further work we need to do. Probably the most important work that we need to do is to collaborate more effectively, which this forum in a way helped to promote, is further networking and connections between organizations and people all who share that common interest. I think everybody in this forum pretty well has that interest in mind. Well, very clearly, as I mentioned, you know, just in my other comments, that clearly we need to do more collaboration. That's happening currently because of the economic conditions that we're in. You know, that the funding that has been there for NGOs in the past, the government no longer has, and many of our organizations, NGOs, are losing their funding completely. So in order to be able to achieve the goals that that I've mentioned in terms of creating ultimately a national strategy for suicide prevention, the organizations that exist and that remain and that are funded are going to have to work more collaboratively in order to both survive and to be able to maintain those efforts. So I think that this kind of dialogue is important because it helps us to identify the common interests that we share, the common efforts that we're making, and then start to look at collaboration in terms of how we can work together to achieve that ultimate goal.